Shelley Corrigan, and I'm so lucky to be surprised for the one and only Ivan. Me too. So I think you must be prize winners to have ever also written Harlequin romances.
Well, an honor that I hold. I actually, at my a brief snippet from one of my 2 romances, and it did get a good laugh.
Do that.
I was indeed. It was actually a great way to start writing because it's formulaic, but it's far more difficult. Just jump in and write something that belonged to me. So I thought I was also a writer. So we had each other to lean on as we struggled through it.
And then at one point, you and your husband were producing a book. So I wondered, did you learn good habits writing that way, or this magnificent book?
A little of both. When you take it was a lot of coffee was consumed. We were doing a book a month. They were called the Animorphs, and we did maybe and used ghostwriters. And we had started out as ghostwriters, a little bit of experience producing quickly. But a book a month with a...
Hugely impressive.
Yeah.
So is he your first reader, and are you his reader that I go to?
Who is it?
Her name's Kimberly Chisholm. She's incredible.
Well, he used to be. Michael used to be. But now we are so busy that we will share the words anymore. And I really don't like to share my writing.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's so fragile in the beginning.
It is. It really is. It's like
so does it go to your editor first then? Is that what you're... Unbelievable.
Yeah. Usually by that point I feel like it's pretty clean. And then I'm always worked with Ann Hoppy, who is a wonderful editor. And we really...
Well, it worked. So you made this incredible choice to write from the point of view of a gorilla. And I wonder if that was an easy and obvious choice, or if you labored over it, if you tried other things that you tossed out.
Tried everything. I tried, first person, third person. If there were a 12th person, I would have tried it. It was very challenging to write first person gorilla, but I wanted that kind of intimacy for the... I also wanted to keep it very short, poetic, sparse, because I was trying to reflect the life that this animal had lived. It's based on a true story, and he was stuck in a cage for 27 years.
In a mall?
In a mall, believe it or not. So.
And what's the, who is your ideal reader in your mind when you're writing, and what is the most wonderful thing that someone said to you about Ivan?
The funny thing about the book is that I anticipated it would be a middle reader, which is typically, say, 4th to 6th grade, and it certainly has been very popular with that age group, but I've had kindergarten teachers read it. I had a 3rd grade teacher the other day say she was reading it. She started crying at a rather tough moment, and a kid came up, handed her a box of Kleenexes, kind of shoved her off her chair, sat down, and kept reading.
Oh.
So, and I've had high schools use it. I've had adult book groups use it. So I think anybody who likes animals, who likes an intriguing story, should find it interesting.
Well, I can tell you that my 11-year-old Claire, when she finished reading it, said, "Mom, she's the bomb."
Oh, high praise.
Yeah, high praise indeed. I wondered, there's so many students here today at the book fair. I wondered if you have a teacher in your past that you wanted to give a shout out to.
Mrs. Gray, who sadly is no longer with us, 6th grade, gave me the assignment of writing. She knew I had the potential to enjoy writing. I wasn't enjoying it yet, so she told me to write the word blue in as many ways as I could. It was an assignment only I had, and I was so excited. I went out and I got my Rogers, and I had aquamarine, and you name it. I had every possible word I could think of, and I got back, and I think the last word was navy, and she looked at it and she kind of sighed, because what she'd wanted was for me to come up with a metaphor, and it was the first moment that I realized how complicated writing was, but how fun it could be. So.
Oh, I think you should forgive yourself, because children are so literal for so long, It's sort of this strange surprise.
But I learned how fun it was at that point, and how hard.
And can you think back on sort of your biggest flop?
Oh, where to start?
A time where you really felt like you had made a fool of yourself.
I have so many. Well, are you talking about writing?
I'll take anything.
I was just telling kids this morning, I was very afraid to start writing because I thought I would fail so publicly, and it is tough to do. But I was a waitress, a really bad waitress, and I one day dropped 4 strawberry margaritas on a guy wearing a totally white suit, and I realized, if I'm going to flop, I might as well flop as a writer. So it was kind of a wonderful epiphany at that moment, and there have been plenty more.
I too was a terrible waitress, and I was fired.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's
you
nice.
totally taught me then.
Yeah. And when you look forward to 2015, what do you see? What's on your plate?
Oh, I'm writing like crazy. I have a middle grade coming out called Crenshaw. That is about an imaginary friend. I'm really having fun with it. And another middle grade after that. And I also have a trilogy coming out called Endling. And it's sort of a fantasy, again, middle grade, that I think is really going to be fun.
Oh, that's so great. And the work is going well. You don't feel like
oh, no.
it's too hard to follow up the Newbery.
No, not at all. No, I'm totally blocked and frustrated and throwing lots of things out the window. But that's part of the fun.
Are you working with your same editor?
Yes, and others as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a huge year for you. I wish you every good luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
Total pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. It's been delightful.